Hi guys. Okay, so as I was working on my studio move, I kept seeing all the videos from Patty Tolly Parrish and everybody else about the new round jelly plate. And at the same time I'm doing this studio move and I'm realizing I have too much craft stuff. I don't need another jelly plate. I've already got two. But I like the idea of jelly plate printing with a round shape. I like that idea. Well, why can't I use what I have and make what's essentially a mask? Why can't I? So I had this idea. So this was just a plastic binder folder. I just cut the pocket off because I'm going to make this initially for my 6x6 plate, so I don't need a very big one. I am going to, first of all, trim it so it's straight. Let's see. I need my rotary cutter. Okay, so I'm just using a cutting mat and my round rotary cutter with my quilting ruler. And it doesn't have to be, I don't think, perfectly straight. I just want it to be about 6x6, about the same as the jelly plate. Okay, let's see. Okay, now as I said, I do have a 6x6 jelly plate. So I'm thinking if I use my Martha Stewart circle cutter, and pick one of the larger size holes. I don't think I'm going to go with the largest. I'm going to go with the next one down. If it doesn't work, I can always cut another one and we'll see what happens. I think the blade's all the way in. Let's see. No, it wasn't. Let's try that again. There we go. That felt like it went all the way in. And you just put it in the hole and you follow it around. And see what happens? You have a circle. That's exactly what I wanted. But I think I want more of an edge. I'm not going to cut it again. I'm going to use duct tape. Because I have a lot of duct tape. So I'm going to duct tape the edge and I'll be back. Okay, so this is something I do to some of my stencils anyway, especially if I'm going to be stenciling a lot with like punchinella or something else with irregular, maybe sharp edges that are going to get caught on stuff. I just trim them out and duct tape. It helps them last a little longer. Some of my homemade stencils I do this too. So now we have kind of a mask. We actually have two of them because we have this one too. So let's see what we can do with our jelly plate. I'm going to get everything set up and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got my 6x6 jelly plate. It's a little bit dirty. I've got my brayer, some old book text, some deli paper, I forget what these are called wedges. I've got a couple of these. I've got some foam stamps, homemade, and a few store-bought. And I've got some PBO paint. It's what I grabbed, so because I have a lot of paint. If you've seen my previous video about my studio move in its completed state, yeah, you know I have a lot of paint. So anyway, this is what was handy. And next to me I've got an open art journal to a blank page that needs at least needs a background. So we're going to play with making some prints on some of the paper and also on the art journal. And I will make sure I take pictures of both when we're done. And let's get started, I guess. So I think what we want to do is place the mask over our jelly plate. It sticks very nicely. And then put some paint down there. I'm going to just do one color right now. This is PBO Studio Acrylics. It's one of their metallic Dynacolors. This is iridescent red blue. Okay. And let's see. Let's do this one. So I'm thinking if we stamp, mark, and put the paint on with the mask on. Okay. Then we can take the mask off. And look at that, a nice circle. That's pretty good. And what you can't see off camera, I am taking all the extra paint and here's putting it on the freezer paper. So let's get a piece of old book text. Let's see. It's just about big enough. Try to get most of the image. Put this down. Let's see what happens. It'll be a surprise. Look at that. It worked. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. Ooh, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this paint is really pretty because it has like an iridescent pinkish blue color. It's very cool. Okay, let's try that again. So this worked, and I didn't have to buy a round jelly plate. My husband will be very happy, me not buying any more art stuff. So this is a PBO plate. This is chrome green hue. And I am going to add a little bit of iridescent blue-green to it. It's probably too much paint. I always forget this is the little jelly plate, not the big one. And that was one of my homemade foam stamps, which is really easy to make. Okay. Let's take our same practice paper and there we go. Let's get a different stamp, shall we? Let's see, what do I have in here? Ooh, circles. Oh, yeah, I like this one. Okay, I'll do this one. Try not to wiggle them around too much because you get a smudgy image. That one kind of wiggled a little bit. Okay, hang this up. Alrighty then. So I'm also getting an interesting image on my deli paper. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to go print it into my art journal. I'll be back. And there's enough paint left on it to do another print, I think. So we'll grab some more old book text. Ooh, yummy! Look at that. We've got got a little bit of the red in there too. That's very cool. Hanging them up, and I'm going to lift the camera up so it's going to get a little wobbly. I wanted to show you. That's the print I got in my art journal. Very cool. All right, let's keep going. Make sure it's same frame. Okay. So this works really well. I'm going to keep printing. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to take some still images when I'm done of my art journal page and the other pages that I printed. Give it a try and give it a shot. If you can't afford another Gelli plate like I can't, try this. It's a good alternative. Alright, I'll see you later. Look for the still images after this, and I'll see you soon. I'll be back. Bye. Okay, so the one thing when you're doing this, I know I said look for still images after, but I lied, is you want to make sure when you're using your mask that you don't get paint, you know, too messy around the edge. Otherwise you're going to lose the shape, the round shape, which is the whole point of doing this. So I'm going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to clean up the edge before I take this to my art journal and print it. Now I also had a thought, which is why I came back. And at this point my husband would go, uh-oh. Anyway, if this works and you like the technique, why do you have to just relegate yourself to doing a round shape on a square Gelli plate? You could do all kinds of things. Stars, hearts, leaves, Christmas trees, all kind. I mean, the opportunities are endless. The possibilities. I mean, so I think it has a lot of possibilities. All right, there we go. So now I'm going to print that. It should turn out fine. So keep some baby wipes handy. All right, I'll see you later. Look for the still images. I'll be back. Okay, instead of doing stills, I'm going to film them. Here are my cleanup papers. Or some of them anyway. I just, you know, things I've rolled the brayer off on. Here's one. You can see it. You can't see it very well over the text because I used a pale paint, but it's yellow in the round shape. Here is my journal page. Look at that. Looks like I have a round Gelli plate, but I don't have a round Gelli plate. And I did some mark making and stamping with the leftover paint on some of the foam stamps too on the page. And here are some of the prints I made over the old book text. And some of the other cleanup pages. There's more back there. So it works really well. I like this one. That one's cute too. It works really well, so give it a try. And try different shapes, hearts, diamonds, triangles, rectangles. I can't think of anything else. Maybe a flower. Anyway, try different shapes. I think it's a good idea. It's cheaper than buying a whole bunch of different Gelli plates. And I would like to see pictures. So send me the link. Send me the pictures of what you do. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.